One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rebels about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So TCU's offense will take the first swing of the game. Shoot, quick toss to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wants to go up top. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just... quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Running back searching for a hole. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's James. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Still looking on the move. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Yeah, and this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in second and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking to pass. He's got it on the run. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Leaves it with the running back. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will have its first possession of the game. And here it comes for the first time as the start of this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more, and there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab outside. It's Beard. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Here we go, Zach. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Got the quick pass. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Watkins. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Catch in the middle, it's small.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route, coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
The give to the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Right back to the well. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Payne. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught behind the line. It's Ezukama. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because of...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
TCU.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to LSU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff. And the message and what they're preaching, they all believe they could do something very special this season.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, TCU. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Watkins. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Got a man. It's Alexander. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Well, I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that 3rd down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. It's small. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has...
Oh, he's got some space. And he slides after picking up the 1st down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Payne. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They'll leave it with him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a heat. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Right down the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Norton. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Makes the catch. It's Norton. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play is going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
That's reeled in. It's Cook. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
And you see running backs in today's football, they play the wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball, I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Horned Frogs can really attack on this second and short. They'll run the option. He has enough to move the chains.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, TCU. Ready to try the point after. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time, and you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Wide open downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The Rebels want to move quickly.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working.
Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground off right tackle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did.
Lets it fly. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And the extra point was good.
Ole Miss, 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Isaac. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better. To take the touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO.
Pulls it in down the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man on the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as... Got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Now, fourth down.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Hey, how about this offense? Forget the field goal. I don't want the field goal. Fourth and long, I like my chances. This offense does a great job. Nice execution. Now set up first and goal.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard. And this defense is on its heels. Second and goal coming up. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. North Carolina is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Chapel Hill. They're trailing by 36 to LSU. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change.
Turning it on! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal blocking back.
Just when they thought... the big play, the penalty wipes it out. They'll run this play from the pistol. The offense changing the play. Looking for room, it's Payne. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get put...
Wide open on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Horned Frogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Going to the ground. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Right back to the well. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Sweet cut there. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
you see all this movement in football now, all the sting, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Back up now. Here's 2nd and long. Might as well stick with him. There he goes. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
A delay of game penalty, just a mistake that you can't have happen at this point of the game and this part of the field. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget.
Finds a spot in the middle. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Alexander. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule